Good evening, everyone. You are in the spotlight with Brian Gardner for this Thursday, September the 7th, 2017. Good to have you all here for our second of two shows this week, the second show of our homecoming week, and, of course, one of our bigger shows of the year, tonight, the 7th annual In the Spotlight TV Awards. So good to have you all here on this very special night. Also, NFL kickoff night. So I imagine some people's attention is on that as well. Tradition, we always seem to have the TV awards opposite that, but it is what it is. So I think last week did it a little later, but still, it is what it is. So before we get going, as always, though, we want to start off by reminding you all the ways in which you can interact and contribute to our show. Have your voice heard tonight by emailing us at itspotlight411@gmail.com. You can also follow us and tweet us at itspotlight411. Please do not forget to use the hashtags to promote our show, hashtag itspotlight411, or for tonight being the TV Awards, hashtag ITSTV Awards. And, of course, you can also find us on Facebook. Just search for In the Spotlight 411 on Facebook. And then once you find our fan page, make sure that you like it. Once you're on it, make sure that you like it. All right, so before we get going here, Roberts, we're going to have an award show tonight. We're going to have a show tonight. But as we've been pointing out over the last couple shows, it's been a rough couple of weeks with the weather. Obviously, Hurricane Harvey last week and now Hurricane Irma this week. And first of all, once again, and it bears repeating and it needs to be repeated, we want to express our thoughts and condolences to any of those that have lost their lives in either of these two horrible storms, either Hurricane Harvey last week and Hurricane Irma this week. To those that, in honor of those that lost their lives, may they rest in peace. And again, anybody that's lost somebody in these horrible storms, our thoughts, our prayers are with you, our condolences are with you. And to those that have been affected by in any way by any of these storms so far, and to those affected, it looks like it's gonna hit Florida at the end of this week. To anybody that might be in the path of the storm or has already been in the path of the storm, or was in the path of Harvey last week, or whatever the case may be, our thoughts and our prayers are with you all. Be safe. Follow instructions, please. Don't. Just if they tell you to leave, please leave. Just be careful and just be safe. It's horrible what's going on. It's tragic, and our prayers are with everybody that's affected by these, and thoughts are with anybody that's been affected by these horrible storms. And hopefully this will be the end of it, because this has been enough for one hurricane season. It's been enough for many hurricane seasons. It's been too much as it is. So we needed to note that. We will continue to note that, because it's more important than anything we're going to do here tonight, or any show for that matter. And also, again, as I've been saying all along here, if you can give to the Red Cross or any of these many organizations that are helping all those in need or, impacted by these storms, if you can give, whether it's, even if if you can volunteer, that's awesome. Volunteering, donating, whatever you can do, anything you can do to help, those that have been impacted by these storms, or whatever the case may be. If you can help in any way, whether it's by volunteering or donating to the Red Cross or donating to any of these organizations that are helping Feed the Children, any of these organizations that are helping, those in need, those impacted by these storms. And I know we could say this any time of year, to donate or help in any way you can, but right now too, with these people that are in the path of the storm or have been impacted by any of these storms, if you can donate or volunteer or help, please do. Very important, and they need all the help they can get. So if you can do that, just please do. It's a very good thing to do and a very important thing to do. All right. So as I'm trying to post these links here, I'm having a little bit of trouble. As I welcome in Mike here tonight. Mike, you're in the spotlight. Can you hear?
I got home to go. I got home a few minutes ago, and I get interrupted.
Okay. Is that
not cool, man?
You're in rare form tonight. Um,
Not in rare, Brian. I'm not in rare form. I'm eating. I'm stuffing. Interrupted me. Damn it.
okay, well, I'm sorry. Don't jump on until you're done eating.
Well, you're already late, so what am I supposed to do?
Well, I'm not really late. I mean, it's well in the range of acceptable, you know. Hey, I had to wait for the final tallies. Let me give you all a little something before I announce these the nominees here for the Live Vote Awards, which we always start with on these shows. Let me give you a little insight here. So we have our awards committee. They're great. They count everything for us. They're awesome. So about, I think it was like 6:45 tonight, I get an email from the person that's running them, so that they should be named. They should remain anonymous, just so that they don't get influenced in any way. And they tell me, we're good, we're ready. I said, wait, what? Because that never happens. Okay, that never happens. It's usually very much right up to the time of the show. So I'm like, you're ready? And they're like, yeah, we're ready. I'm like, oh God, that's great. That means maybe we can get on time. We can get this going. I can get these sent out. So I'm like, okay, great. So I go on, I eat my dinner. I do everything I have to do. I sit down around a little after 8 and I'm getting ready to go. And then they tell me, oh, wait a minute. We have to check one more thing. And of course, that one more thing takes them to right around showtime. And I'm like, okay, well, this is more in keeping with our award show, because this never is done. Okay. And look, I don't mind it. I don't mind it because I'd rather they get it right. All right. But still, it's a little bit annoying. And I got my hopes up that it was going to be done on time. But there's been times where it has been later. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, for those of you, first of all, I want to thank at the top here all those that participated in these awards, whether you just helped to decide the live award voted nominees, or helped in any way in deciding the nominees, the winners, whatever. It's been a great turnout this year, so thank you to all of you for that. Now, as we always do when we do these award shows, we start off by reading off the nominees for the live voted awards. These are the awards you'll have an hour to vote on tonight, and then we'll announce the winners of right before we announce our biggest award in night TV program of the year. These are nominees that you all put together over the last couple of weeks. You submitted in. We had a great turnout for that, and that's how I'm going to start off here. I'll read these nominees off, you know, and then you will have an hour to vote on them. So please, it helps to have a notepad or something so you can note these down. I will repeat them only once after I initially say them, so that, because again, we can't do it all night. So I'll only repeat them once, so please keep that in mind. There are 3 nominees per category unless there was a tie, and thankfully there was no tie. So every category has 3 nominees. Again, you'll have an hour to decide the winners. Okay, so because we have to fit this in. So you have an hour. So here we go right now. The nominees for our live TV awards that you can vote on live here tonight. So our live TV awards, here are the nominees right now, starting with Best TV Moment of the Year. Okay, the nominees for Best TV Moment of the Year. 1 and 12 face off, Doctor Who. Oh, look, Mike, Doctor Who right out of the gate.
Good.
What? Oh, well, whatever. Okay.
Good.
Okay, good. Okay, all right. So 1 and 12 face off, Doctor Who. Ghost Rider debuts, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. An introduction of the framework, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So a very science fiction heavy category here for TV moment of the year. So again, Best TV Moment of the Year. 1 and 12 face off, Doctor Who. Ghost Rider debuts, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Introduction of the framework, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So that's TV Moment of the Year. Best TV Decision of the Year. ABC renews Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fox moves Gotham to Thursdays. ABC brings back American Idol. Again, Best TV Decision of the Year. ABC renews Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fox moves Gotham to Thursdays. ABC brings back American Idol. The nominees for Most Improved Show of the Year. Arrow, Fear the Walking Dead, Gotham. Again, the nominees for Most Improved Show of the Year: Arrow, Fear the Walking Dead, Gotham.
Might I suggest that Arrow get it because season 4 was total shit and season 5 was A+.
I kind of think Arrow's going to get it, and Gotham was on this list last year. I didn't get it last year. Gotham did have a better season 3, but I still don't get it. But anyway, and Fear the Walking Dead I heard is better, but I haven't really watched it, so I can't speak to it. But anyway, all right. Next up, Most Underappreciated Show, Actor, or Actress of the Year. The nominees are Daily Show with Trevor Noah, The Good Place, The Middle. Again, the nominees for Most Underappreciated Show, Actor, Actress of the Year: Daily Show with Trevor Noah, The Good Place, The Middle. Best Streaming Network: Amazon, Netflix, WWE Network. Again, the nominees for Best Streaming Network: Amazon, Netflix, WWE Network. The nominees for Best Streaming Show: House of Cards, Stranger Things, Transparent. Again, the nominees for Best Streaming Show: House of Cards, Stranger Things, Transparent. The nominees for Best Miniseries or Limited Series: Big Little Lies, Fargo, Feud. Again, the nominees for Best Miniseries or Limited Series: Big Little Lies, Fargo, Feud. The nominees for Best Miniseries or Limited Series Performance: Felicity Huffman, American Crime; Ewan McGregor, Fargo; Jessica Lange, Feud. Again, the nominees for Best Miniseries or Limited Series Performance: Felicity Huffman, American Crime; Ewan McGregor, Fargo; and Jessica Lange, Feud. Those are your nominees for the live vote of the awards. Now it's 9:22. You will have until 10:22 to vote on these, a full hour starting now. So get your votes in immediately. We will cut it off exactly at that time, and we'll be they'll be tabulating the votes as they get them, so that we don't have to wait too long for them to be counted out. So, yeah. So again, you got 1 hour to vote on all those categories for those live voted awards. And again, thank you to those that helped in submitting those nominees and putting them together. All right, so those are the live voted awards. Now, that's done. That's done. We gave you the nominees. That's how we always start. And now we get into the main categories, those categories that people voted the nominees, voted the winners, voted through the winners. Those categories that we spent the last 2 months talking about, or you all spent the last 2 months voting on. So here we go. The official 7th annual In the Spotlight TV Awards start off now. And if we always start off with the comedy categories, which I'm looking at my thing here, which I think Mike has. So Mike, you are on the clock. If you're ready, you can go ahead.
I'm literally chewing. You have the worst timing.
Dear Lord, how long do you need to eat?
Well, I'm like halfway done with my meal, so.
Oh, Jesus.
What the hell do you want from me? All right. Professionalism. You're not going to find it here.
No, you're definitely not going to find it here. Oh, God.
Definitely not going to find it here.
Wrong place.
I was having a nice piece of Italian bread that we picked up from one of the best bread places, and it's in Syracuse, Deloro's. Good bread. I was enjoying my meal. Throw it to me like a bitch.
Hey, if I wait to throw it to you, it'll be 11 o'clock. Jeez.
I'm surprised you weren't talking that long. Oh, okay. Anyways. Oh, I'm not even done yet, but you're just going to have to deal with it.
Whatever.
All right. Yes. Whatever. You bastard. You bastard. Bastard. Anyways. Oh, excuse me. I regret nothing. Pardon. But no, excuse me. Outstanding supporting actress in a comedy series. And your nominees are Leslie Jones, Saturday Night Live, NBC. Julie Bowen, Modern Family, ABC. Catherine Hahn, The Funniest Show in the World, Transparent, Amazon Studios. Addison Jenny, Mom, CBS. Judith Light, Funniest Show in the World, Transparent. Amazon Studios. Excuse me. Ooh. Kate McKinnon, Saturday Night Live, NBC.
Oh my gosh.
And your outstanding supporting actress in a comedy series is Kate McKinnon, Saturday Night Live, NBC. All right, outstanding supporting actor in a comedy series, and your nominees are Louis Anderson, Baskets, FX; Titus Burgess, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Netflix; Ty Burrell, Modern Family, ABC; Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Modern Family, ABC; Eric Stonestreet, Modern Family, ABC. And your outstanding supporting actor in a comedy series is Alec Baldwin, Saturday Night Live, NBC. Outstanding lead actress in a comedy series. Your nominees are Pamela Adlon, whatever. Better Things, FX. She didn't win, spoilers. Tracy Ellis Ross, Blackish, ABC. Patricia Heaton, The Middle, ABC. Ellie Kemper, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Netflix. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Veep, HBO. And your outstanding lead actress in a comedy series is Tracy Ellis Ross, Blackish, ABC. Told you it wasn't Pamela Adlon, whatever. And the nominees for an outstanding lead actor in a comedy series is Jeffrey Tambor, Funniest Show in the World, Transparent, Amazon Studios. Donald Glover, Atlanta. Zach Galifianakis, Baskets. Anthony Anderson, Blackish. Tim Allen, Last Man Standing, ABC. And your outstanding lead actor in a comedy series, Tim Allen, Last Man Standing, ABC. Standing comedy series, rounding it out. Your nominees are Atlanta, FX, Blackish, ABC, Modern Family, ABC, South Park, Comedy Central, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Netflix. And the outstanding comedy series is Blackish.
First of all, your burping was funnier than a lot of the comedies in these categories.
I'm aware.
All right, so let's start off with Blackish winning comedy, which I guess I'm glad it's black. Look, I mean, at least it wasn't Atlanta, which isn't a true comedy. At least it was a funny comedy. And Blackish has been coming on of late. It's gotten popular with a lot of the award shows. And it's gotten popular with a lot more fans. So it's not really too surprising. Of all the shows in this category, if you look at shows that had good years and consistent years in comedy, Blackish was one of them. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt was the other. And you probably say, as far as a show goes, in terms of consistency, to be Atlanta. But Atlanta's not a true comedy. Maybe people saw through that. And that's so, at least it went to something that was consistent and it was funny. So, and it went to an actual comedy. So that's a good thing. I think Blackish is a good choice for this category. Now, Tim Allen. In the minute I saw the nominations come out and I saw Tim Allen on here when he's never been on here before, I kind of suspected he was winning. Because I feel like, and Tim Allen's funny. I always liked Tim Allen. But I think that that's, in a way, a reaction to the fact that the show got canceled. And a lot of people think that was a political thing and all things. I think there was a little bit of a sentimental push there. And as soon as I saw him in here, I thought he had a good chance to win. So I'm not surprised. I figured it'd be him or Anthony Anderson, to be honest. And that's why, and seeing Tracy Ellis Ross win, Not too surprising given the support for Blackish. And I think she deserved it. She's great. And then, of course, the supporting categories, I figured Saturday Night Live group would win. I figured Alec Baldwin and Kate McKinnon because with the Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton stuff, they had an awesome fall. They had an awesome year. So it really wasn't too surprising to see that. I figured they were the favorites, really. Even though there's a couple other people I thought could win, it wasn't surprising to see them win. So all in all, I think a very solid group of winners in the comedy category. Mike, any thoughts?
Let me eat my dinner, damn it. Oh. Well, all right, as I'm chewing, and forgive me for talking while I'm eating. I'm glad the dramedies that aren't comedies, like Transparent, which is a drama, and Atlanta, which is mostly a drama, didn't win. I'm surprised they were nominated, but again, shows like Speechless, shows like The Middle need better representation or need to be represented because I have to tell you this, they're actual comedies.
Right.
But Tim Allen winning was surprising. I'm glad. Last Man Standing wasn't that bad of a show. It really wasn't. It's too bad. It's too bad it's not coming back, but it is what it is. But, excuse me. I'm trying to finish my food, man.
Well, you're going to have some time now. So, as we go to the drama categories, which I will be taking. Now, I want to make an announcement. I should do this at the top. So, you know, one of the things, and I hate to stall the show right now with the awards, but there is something that needs to be mentioned here. So in the drama categories, you all recall that Game of Thrones was very well represented, and really had some other areas of representation throughout the night. Now, here's one of the dilemmas in the TV landscape that we are in right now. Sometimes, you know, the lines of when something can be considered get murky. Especially when you have shows that maybe air in the summer, or you know, maybe half their stuff airs in eligibility period, the other half doesn't, or you know, as in the case for Game of Thrones, where season 6 ended last June, right at the end of June, and then season 7 started right in the middle of this July, right in the middle of when we were doing our award show for this year. Now, I had made the point, and I always make this point, that we consider anything from July 1st to June 30th of the year that just passed. So that would really, even if you're somebody that maybe doesn't, you binge watch, and that's a dilemma too, because a lot of people might not get to something, and a lot of people binge watch and do things late, and that's when they think something should be considered for nomination. Here's the thing, folks. When you consider something for a nomination for our and this goes for any award show, but even our show too, our award show too, you have to put a deadline on these things. All right. So you always go by the time it aired. So if something aired after the eligibility period is over for that particular award show, it cannot be counted. Okay. So if you think about this for a second, all right, and this is my fault too for not catching it because it all blurred together for me. Game of Thrones, okay, season 6 finale was in June, end of June of 2016. So it would have been fine to be considered for last year's show, which I think it was. And then season 7 debuted this year on July, I think, 16th. Okay, so therefore, in last year's eligibility period, Game of Thrones did not air. So this is something that was brought to my attention. This is a fault of mine. I usually do a better job of checking air dates, and I do that, folks. When I see when I go through this, I think these things through, and if something doesn't get considered, I point that out. If I had known that, I would have pointed out on the actual night when we started the process and said, "Hey, you can't consider this show." I messed that up because I thought I thought they might have had an episode or two that crossed over the eligibility period. If they have one episode that crosses over the eligibility period, they can be considered. Okay? So I thought they did. And clearly a lot of you did. So that's the dilemma. Now, next year, there won't be an issue because they had their whole season 7 this year. But the way that things panned out, they could not be considered for anything in our eligibility period. So what would have had to happen, and I hate to spoil this because I don't usually do this and tell you ahead of time here, Game of Thrones did not win anything tonight. I'm just going to point this out now in the interest of fairness because Game of Thrones did not win anything tonight. Okay? But if it had, we would have had to toss it out because it would not have been fair. Normally, we would catch something like this before it got this far, but we did not. That's my fault. I apologize for that. My committee that I have usually checks these things through, and even they were under the assumption that Game of Thrones was fine. Okay? So they made the errors too. So a lot of us made this error. So this is something that we're kind of embarrassed about. We never had this problem in 7 years we've been doing this. But it's the truth that it was an oversight. We apologize for it. Thankfully, you know, it didn't factor into things. It didn't win anything. And look, there was ties in this category that allowed, you know, there to be multiple nominees. So I don't think anybody really got screwed. No show got left off the ballot because of it, because we have more than a lot of nominees anyway in most of these categories. So I think you're still fine. But still, it's something that we regret. So I want to apologize for that. And again, Game of Thrones did not win anything tonight. So you don't have to worry about asterisking anything or whatever. It didn't win. So at least there's that. And that's something that we'll do a better job. We usually do a more careful job about it. But this time around, we did not. So I apologize for that. That's an error on my part and on our committee's part. So just wanted to note that before we got into the drama stuff. Okay? All right. So there you go.
Brian, plus it's boring as fuck anyway.
Well, be that as it may. All right. So now that I've said this, let's get to the winners here. All right. We'll start off first with Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. The nominees are Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things, Netflix. Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones, HBO. Lauren Cohen, The Walking Dead, AMC. Lena Headey, Game of Thrones, HBO. Sonequa Martin Green, The Walking Dead, AMC. Thandie Newton, Westworld, HBO. Winona Ryder, Stranger Things, Netflix. And Maisie Williams, Game of Thrones, HBO. And the Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series is a tie. We haven't had one yet. And this one's a three-way tie, folks. Your three winners: Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things, Netflix. Lauren Cohen, The Walking Dead, AMC. And Winona Ryder, Stranger Things, Netflix. The nominees for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series are David Harbour, Stranger Things, Netflix. Lenny James, The Walking Dead, AMC. Michael Kelly, House of Cards, Netflix. John Lithgow, The Crown, Netflix. Cameron Monaghan, Gotham, Fox. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, The Walking Dead, AMC. And the Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series is another tie. David Harbour, Stranger Things, Netflix, and Cameron Monaghan, Gotham, Fox are your two winners. The nominees for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series are Viola Davis, How to Get Away with Murder, ABC. Claire Foy, The Crown, Netflix. Catherine Langford, 13 Reasons Why, Netflix. Evan Rachel Wood, Westworld, HBO. Robin Wright, House of Cards, Netflix. And the Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series is Catherine Langford, 13 Reasons Why, Netflix. The nominees for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series are Peter Dinklage, Game of Thrones, HBO. Anthony Hopkins, Westworld, HBO. Andrew Lincoln, The Walking Dead, AMC. Dylan Minnette, 13 Reasons Why, Netflix. Liev Schreiber, Ray Donovan, Showtime. Kevin Spacey, House of Cards, Netflix. And James Spader, The Blacklist, at NBC. And your Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series is Andrew Lincoln, The Walking Dead, AMC. And your nominees for Outstanding Drama Series: Game of Thrones, HBO. House of Cards, Netflix. Stranger Things, Netflix. The Walking Dead, AMC. 13 Reasons Why, Netflix. Westworld, HBO. And the winners, oh, I just spoiled that. Your outstanding drama series winners, because there is a tie. I just blew that. Wow, I blew that, boy. Your winners for outstanding drama series: Stranger Things, Netflix, and 13 Reasons Why, Netflix. Mike, any thoughts?
You're blowing that category, spoiling who won. Was not the only thing you were blowing. You are blowing at building drama. You are failing so miserably
so good at
building anticipation.
Sir.
But you are absolute trash, good trash.
Oh, wow.
I demand energy.
Okay. I'm trying.
That you actually... no, you are not trying hard enough.
Oh, yes. I'm so good at this kind of stuff. Enough.
You would be better. Stop sucking so hard. Stop blowing and sucking at the same time.
Oh, God.
You are monumentally bad at this.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Monumentally bad. And to be honest with you, I didn't hear a single word you said. I'm just kidding. I heard every word you said. I just wasn't paying attention. Because...
You don't care.
I didn't see any of those shows except for Game of Thrones.
Which should be ineligible.
Which was, in fact, ineligible despite it being nominated in every category. And the only actor who was any good, let's be honest, in Game of Thrones, the only one, Peter Dinklage. I don't remember him being nominated, and that is a slap in the face.
He was nominated.
He was nominated. Why didn't he win?
He was ineligible anyway.
But he was the only good thing about that show. It is depressing when you talk about it. It is very depressing.
Mm.
There are boobies everywhere, and Jon Snow does not have any charisma and knows absolutely nothing. But Peter Dinklage is the bright spot. And I'm guessing Stranger Things won a bunch. And I don't care. I don't care about Stranger Things. I heard good things.
I think this was a precursor to the Emmys next Sunday.
It might be. It might not be. Who knows? Do you know what else sucked this year? And this is going to piss off the other half of the fan base. Walking Dead.
I don't think so. A lot of people were upset with Walking Dead last year, so I don't know if that would.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that was in fact what they would call a baseless opinion, because that would imply that I watched it. Mm. And let's be clear, I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I was too busy watching quality shows like Bull. There's Sunday. Literally anything else that airs on Sunday. Sherlock aired on Sunday. That was totally worthwhile. Sherlock aired on Sunday for 3 weeks. And those were a magnificent 3 weeks.
All right, so before you go off on a tangent here, let me just get my reaction in before I forget what I was going to say. I think this is a precursor to next Sunday, because I think Stranger Things are going to clean up. I'm not surprised to see 13... Look, 13 Reasons Why is a very controversial show. We all know why. So I didn't know... It's one of those things where you're not surprised if it wins, but you're not surprised if it loses either. So, Walking Dead had a divisive season. House of Cards, I think, is still very good, but I think its moment has come and gone. Game of Thrones, obviously, knows. Again, Game of Thrones, many people didn't like the season before. So, I thought this would come down to Westworld, 13 Reasons Why, and Stranger Things. And Westworld, a lot of that kind of was up and down in terms of, like, people thinking it should be pushed. I think everybody agrees it's a very good show. But I think it's one of those shows where people say, oh, it's a good show, but you don't always hear a lot of people go, oh, it should win this, it should win that. One of those shows that kind of sits between the cracks a little bit. So that leaves you with Stranger Things, which is one of the hot shows right now, and then 13 Reasons Why. And again, seeing both them win is not too shocking, especially since they got a lot of young fandom, and that kind of makes a difference. They're more motivated to vote and that kind of thing. Now, when you get to the lead actor, was a very tough category. And I went into this thinking that you could see Dylan Minnette win. The 13 Reasons Why I had no support. Obviously, Space is always like a big force to be reckoned with. Spader, so it's a good category. But I felt like if anything from Walking Dead won, okay, it'd be Andrew Lincoln, because Andrew Lincoln had what I thought was his best episode. That he's a great actor, but he finally had an episode that I felt like was money. Okay, from start to finish, money, and that was the infamous Negan episode where they killed Glenn and Abraham. Even though you would think that episode would be more focused on that episode was focused on breaking Rick. That whole hour was Andrew Lincoln and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but more so Andrew Lincoln and how he was seeing things around him and how he was finally broken. That was an acting clinic in that episode. So to see him win is not surprising. Like, I think he's probably the guy that should have won. So I think that's a good choice there. Now, outstanding lead actress, I thought Catherine should win it, and she did. Regardless of what you feel like about 13 Reasons Why, acting wise, she was amazing. So very deserving there. Supporting actor could have went to anybody in that category. Not surprised to see David win for Stranger Things, because he had a great job. Did a great job there. I am a little surprised about Cameron. He won last year too. It's one of those things though where people love that character so much and he plays it so well that I think that no matter when you see him nominated, he's probably going to win now because he's that popular. But I mean, look, I'm not saying he's not deserving. It's just that he's one of those. He could be in for one episode of the season. He's going to get nominated, probably going to win because he's that good at what he does. He's a great actor. And then supporting actress, I thought was probably the toughest category in this bunch. Winona Ryder and Millie Bobby Brown, in my opinion, were the strengths of Stranger Things. They carried the show with very gritty, original performances, and I'm not surprised to see them both win. I thought that would be the tie. I'm surprised that Lauren Cohen had enough support to tie them to create a three-way tie, but she deserved it. The kind of season that her character Maggie had, she finally got some focus, and she was great. So kudos to all three women, very deserved there. So very deserving in all categories, I believe. So good round there. All right, dramedy. Mike, you're on the clock. Go.
How dare you, good sir, interrupting me again? Just will the insults never cease?
Oh, jeez. Maybe I have to have like a button to push to get your attention or something. I don't know. But anyway, go ahead. Just go ahead.
You have a cell phone. You could just play the signal, which might be John Cena's theme song. Might work. But anyways, despite things that could work and are good ideas, let us start with outstanding lead actress in a dramedy. Because remember, ladies first. These are Bennett, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC. Earl Mackey, Doctor Who. More, This Is Us, NBC. Wen, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC. Nega, AMC. And your outstanding lead actress in a comedy is Ming-Na Wen, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I flipped it up because I wanted to. Outstanding lead actor in a dramedy. Your nominees are Milo Ventimiglia, Us, NBC. Greg, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC. Cumberbatch, Sherlock / Masterpiece Mystery. Get it right. That was for Brian, not you, listeners. Dominic Cooper, Preacher. Peter Capaldi, Doctor Who / BBC One. And your outstanding lead actor in a dramedy is Doctor Who. All right. Outstanding supporting actress in a dramedy. Your nominees are Uzo Aduba, Black. Elizabeth Henstridge, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Mallory Jensen, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Chrissy Metz, Jordan Rivera, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And your outstanding supporting actress in a dramedy is Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ABC. Supporting actor in a dramedy. Your nominees are The Casketer, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ABC. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ABC. John Hannah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ABC. Gabriel Luna, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ABC. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ABC. Not Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Preacher, AMC. Ken Freeman, Sherlock. / Masterpiece Mystery. Doctor Who. And your supporting actor in a comedy is Ty. I.N.D. Casketer, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Bria Luna, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm going to be so tired saying that.
Yeah.
Outstanding dramedy series. Your nominees are Who, BBC America / BBC One. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Preacher, AMC. Sherlock, BBC. This Is Us. And your outstanding dramedy series is... You have to breathe through your nose. Build suspense, Brian, damn it.
Oh, Jesus.
Doctor Who, BBC, and S.H.I.E.L.D. Tie all along.
All right, go ahead with your thoughts before I jump in, because that way you don't have to throw to you again.
Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Over this category. I am very disappointed. Someone with brilliant performances like Matt Lucas or Martin Freeman, or even Joseph Gilgun, his friend in that show, The Vampire and Preacher, were not more nominated. But of course, fanboyism for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. However, you throwing me a bone, while Benedict Cumberbatch did marvelous work in Sherlock. Not deny how wonderful and beautiful the performance of Peter Capaldi was in this final season. Ooh, he was marvelous and magnificent. Very, very sad to see him go. In fact, I feel had the best performance in a dramedy. So it was no surprise that the outstanding dramedy series would be The Great Doctor Who. Shield. Not surprising. However, although I am disappointed Sherlock wasn't nominated, but I'm also slightly more disappointed that This Is Us was not in drama because it does not belong in Dromedary.
Yeah. That should have taken Game of Thrones' place.
Those are, in fact, my... Game of Thrones shouldn't be nominated except for one person.
Oh.
One person.
Yeah.
Maybe two, depending on the season. Very strong thoughts after seeing 2 episodes of that shit show. Very strong thoughts.
Okay.
Allow your dulcet tones to kind of serenade us. Serenade us with your dulcet tones, damn it.
Okay. So, all right. So based on this category, look, based on these categories, I don't think anything Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. winning shocked anybody. I am pleasantly surprised that Doctor Who did as well as it did. First of all, the win to tie with S.H.I.E.L.D. And also, now, look, let's be fair here. If we look at lead actor, the person that had the best material and the best acting reels, if you look at reels, and I do, and clips and stuff, is Peter Capaldi. Okay? So, to me, him winning is the right decision. All right? So, I have no qualms about that. I think that I called it that night. I said that I thought Peter Capaldi should win this, and he did. So, there you go. But for Doctor Who and to tie Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I thought Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had a slam dunk by itself. It was its best season. You know, it was the season that, fans and critics seem to all agree was its best season. So I was not surprised to see it, even though it's always done well with our show. This was a year I thought it was, tailor-made to do some big things. But for Doctor Who to tie it, that's pretty good. So, yeah, and nobody knows why This Is Us is there. But anyway, now what I think is interesting is in lead actress, Ming-Na Wen winning. Now, we've seen Chloe Bennett win this before. It wasn't really her big season like it's been in past seasons, even though she had a lot to do. So I'm pleasantly surprised. I kind of thought This Is Us was going to steal one. It would be in this category. So I'm happy because this was really her season. Ming-Na wins. It was her season. She had a lot to do. And I'm very pleased to see her win that. I think that, honestly, I thought it was deserved. Now, supporting actor is an interesting one for me. I felt like, I don't know, I'm blanking on whether Gabriel Luna is nominated later in the night for like newcomer or breakthrough performance or something, because I thought he was a better fit for that. I like Gabriel Luna. I thought he gave a great performance, but I thought he got outshined in this category by Matt Lucas and Ian DeCostricker. So I would have rather have seen Matt Lucas tie with him and Gabriel Luna win something else later. But that's just my flip on that. But he had a great look. He did great as Robbie Reyes. So I'm kind of nitpicking here, but still, I thought that the other two had more work there, to go on. But Ian DeCostricker had another great season. He had the work, so not too surprised there. And then supporting actress, I thought was a slam dunk. Henstridge had a good year, but she has a good year every year. Jordan Rivera, really, she was good, but she had, and really, she only had one money scene. Mallory was was pretty much, other than Ming-Na Wen, the MVP of season 4 of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I thought it was a slam dunk that she would win. So I'm not surprised to see that. But all right, so there you go, the dramedy category, and that is the end of the genre categories. We now move on to the other categories. The more we kind of go around and dance around here, and we're going to go through these more quickly, I should say. Not too quick because we have to kind of tide things over until the live awards come out, but quick enough where we kind of move things along here because, other than a few categories, these are categories that oftentimes have repetitive winners and it's not worth debating too much. So, all right, we move on now to these other categories, I like to call them, the miscellaneous categories, if you call them. And we're going to start off with Outstanding Animated Series. The nominees are American Dad, TBS. Bob's Burgers, Fox. Family Guy, Fox. South Park, Comedy Central. The Simpsons, Fox. And the outstanding animated series is South Park, Comedy Central. Really quickly, my thought, it's no surprise. I said it was a slam dunk the night of the nomination. South Park was going to win. I think me and Mike discussed this. There's more animated series than just the same old, same old. Even though I don't like Bob's Burgers, it's one of the reasons why I was happy to see it was because it was something new. But given the nominees, South Park was a slam dunk to win, even though it didn't have its best season. The first half was good, but the last half was kind of. But not surprised to see it winning. So easy decision based on the nominations. Mike, your thoughts?
Well, it was only slightly more dramatic. Maybe you stopped sucking, but you're definitely blowing. Or maybe it's the other way around. I'm not quite sure. But maybe you should stop doing both of those. But anyway, South Park winning. Woo, that's no surprise. Do you remember when South Park was good? I remember. It was the previous season. Or PC. But anyways, comes Wednesday.
They have an 8-day marathon going on right now, which is great. But yeah.
I'm sure you're going to get the good, like PC Principle, and the bad.
Yeah.
Mint Berry Crunch.
Yeah.
Berry Crunches.
Right. All right. So next up, we have the daytime talk show categories. I will do them both, and then we'll quickly react, and then we'll move on. Outstanding daytime talk show host. The nominees are Ellen DeGeneres, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, syndicated. I'm going to be quick here, folks, because, the host of The Talk, CBS. The host of The View, ABC. And the outstanding daytime talk show host is Ellen DeGeneres, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, syndicated. And your nominees for outstanding daytime talk show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, syndicated. The Talk, CBS. The View, ABC. And your outstanding daytime talk show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, syndicated. So Ellen, once again, sweeps both categories. That's kind of why I didn't even bother with reading the host of the other shows. But Ellen sweeps, no surprise, more than likely deserved. Mike, your thoughts?
I have no thoughts about this. I have no thoughts. I am just disappointed, I guess. I'm just disappointed. Mostly in you. There's no drama there. Come on.
There really wasn't any drama to be had anyway, so what's the difference?
All right.
Jesus. Go on to late night.
While accurate and true, let us go with Up in the Air. Yes. Hold on. Google Chrome is not responding. Google Chrome is responding. Google Chrome is... Make up your damn mind, Google Chrome. Not responding again. Fuck off. Let us go with outstanding late night talk show. These are The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Jimmy Kimmel Live. Conan, TBS. Our outstanding late night talk show is Jimmy Kimmel Live, EC. Late night talk show host. Your nominees are O'Brien. Yes. Jimmy Fallon, The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Colbert, Stephen Colbert, CBS. And your outstanding late-night talk show host is Colbert. The Late Show, excuse me, with Stephen Colbert.
Really quickly, I'm not. This is about probably what I thought would happen. I figured Colbert would get host. He's done a great job. He's a great interviewer. He's competent. And Conan's funny. I like Conan, but it's been Colbert's just kind of come on the scene, and he's right now he's kind of that really good mixture of what you want. And Conan, if you want to be more laugh out loud and more like up over the top, you go to Conan. If you want something that's still good comedy, but also there's more going on, there's a little more depth there, you go to Stephen Colbert. So I think that's the right choice, and that's exactly what I thought would happen, Colbert winning host. I kind of suspected Jimmy would win late night talk show. He's had a good year. His show's always entertaining. He's had, this thing with his young son, that was born, and we continue to pray and hope for everything to go well there. He's doing good, but he needs more surgeries. So our prayers go out to Jimmy and his family, and hope everything continues to go well there for him. So he's worked through a rough year, and his show is always entertaining, and it's really come into his own. ABC supports him very well. So I'm not really surprised to see him win here. I really am not. And I don't even think it's totally undeserved. I think it is in a way deserved. The only show that I wouldn't like to see win here is Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, because I think that it's a struggle, for him. I think sometimes he has a good skit here and there, but he relies very heavily on the stuff that made him good on SNL. And if you don't have that, then the show kind of struggles. But regardless, good choices here. Mike, your thoughts?
I made my point clear earlier when we did the nominations that shows that include The Daily Show with Trevor Noah and The Late Late Show with James Corden and even Seth Meyers, Late Night with Seth Meyers should all have been in stronger considerations. That being said, usually Conan wins this. Conan is very good at what he does. I'm surprised Jimmy Kimmel won. I am very surprised. I feel like Stephen Colbert has consistently had the best content on late night. Very funny, and he had very poignant segments this year. So maybe it was swayed, but I'm very happy Stephen Colbert took it over the Tonight Show with because Fallon is all fluff, Stephen Colbert is all stuff.
That's a good way to put it.
It was that too.
It's a good way to put it. All right. Okay. All right. You got the next two categories as well, so go ahead.
What was that?
You have the next two
What was that? What did you just say to me? That I have outstanding news and news discussion?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yes. All right. Outstanding news. And all right, let's do this. Let's do this right. / news discussion show host / personality, and your nominees are Matt Lauer, Al Roker, and The Today Show, NBC. ABC World News with David Muir, ABC. Stephanopoulos, Robin Roberts, Z, Amy Robach, and others. Good Morning America. And your outstanding news / news discussion show host / personality is ABC World News with David Muir. We must note that ABC's parent company is, in fact, Disney. Say that. I just wanted to say it for once. I just wanted to say it. ABC ever says that? No.
It's fair.
Parent company is Universal, and not everybody can get on their rides at Universal Studios, damn it. I'm still butthurt about that. Outstanding News/News Discussion Show. Your nominees are The Today Show, NBC, ABC, World News with David Muir, ABC, and your outstanding News/News Discussion Show is World News with David Muir.
Same winner as last year in both categories. I'm not shocked. He's really good at what he does. And yeah, I think it's a good choice. And Mike, your thoughts?
I believe, and this is from my heart to heart, that David Muir, the best lead anchor on a news show in America. I have wholeheartedly believe that. Now, I'm not saying that the mainstream news 100% accurate, 100% trustworthy, but when it comes to trustworthiness and charisma, something you should learn about Brian.
Oh, jeez.
Possesses all that and more. He is very likable. He has a very warming, calming presence that you trust to read you the news. He reaches through the television screen and says, "Welcome, BBC World News with David Muir." Like that, I don't know. I'm not David Muir. Although David Muir, such a New York guy, why not? He's very good. He's very, very good. Anyways, we're moving on.
Yes, and I have the next round of categories. I'm going to switch things up in terms of the order because I'd rather do this and get this out of the way first before I go to reality show category. So let's do it because it fits more.
Brian?
Yeah.
Brian?
What?
Once more, with feeling, dramatically.
Well, when I read the categories, I'll get dramatic. I'm just explaining something. Well, chill out.
Once more with feeling,
we can't both be like awards voice because it's boring as hell. So stop.
Award show, that's the point. Riot, right, damn it.
Okay. I never said that I was God's gift to awards hosting. Okay, just relax. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to switch the category order up because I think this fits more of what we've been doing, and then we can go to reality categories. So we'll do the lifestyle culinary categories next just to get them out of the way. So since Mike thinks we need more drama, I'm going to try to give you a little bit more drama, even though it's not my DNA. But anyway, outstanding lifestyle culinary show host or personality. The nominees are Mario Batali, The Chew, ABC. Guy Fieri, Guy's Big Bite, Food Network. Emeril Lagasse, Eat the World with Emeril Lagasse, Amazon. And the outstanding lifestyle culinary show host or personality is Guy Fieri, Guy's Big Bite, Food Network. Outstanding lifestyle or culinary show, the nominees are Eat the World with Emeril Lagasse, Amazon. The Chew, ABC. The Mind of a Chef, PBS. And your outstanding lifestyle or culinary show is The Chew, ABC. Mike, your thoughts?
What was that?
I asked for your thoughts.
My thoughts on what? I was watching the trailer for Daddy's Home 2.
Oh, gee.
It looks like a marvelous dramatic / comedic piece with A+ acting from magnificent actors such as Mel Gibson, John Lithgow, and from esteemed actors such as Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg and John Cena. It's really something. It is really. Also, John Cena and Roman Reigns are dramatically and emphatically insulting each other via subtweet on Twitter. It is worth your time. It is worth your time. Those are my thoughts for whatever this category was.
All right, I'll give you. I'll just do this. Not too surprising. I figured that she would win show. I mean, it's more mainstream. It gets watched more, I guess. I mean, they all get watched. I'm not going to say that, but I guess more. I just by known value, people know the shoe more. And Guy Fieri is very popular, hugely popular. Anything he does is hugely popular, so it's not a surprise to see him win here either. So, all right, let's go to reality competition, reality show categories. Starting off first with outstanding reality or reality competition show host or personality. The nominees are Tom Bergeron, Dancing with the Stars, ABC. Adam Levine, The Voice, NBC. Blake Shelton, The Voice, NBC. And your outstanding reality or reality competition show host or personality is Adam Levine, The Voice, NBC. And now, outstanding reality or reality competition show. Your nominees are Dancing with the Stars, ABC. Survivor, CBS. The Voice, NBC. And the outstanding reality competition show is The Voice, NBC. So I'm just going to go quick here so I can throw it to Mike and he can either say something or not say something. It's up to him. I think it's the first time The Voice was either – I think it was the first time The Voice was nominated. If it wasn't, it's the first time it's won, that's for sure. Goes to show you how the reality competition show world has dried up a little bit. And you know what? Look, I'm not surprised. Dancing with the Stars is kind of just there now. Survivor is kind of just there now. So The Voice winning and Adam Levine's very popular. So I'm not really too shocked. Mike, your thoughts?
I do believe that it does speak to how poor the reality show situation is. So good for The Voice. Good for The Voice. Yeah. Good for The Voice.
You're up. You're up next.
Okay. I am up.
And
I am on ending special class show / special.
Oh, God.
Special category.
Yes.
And your nominees are March Madness 2017, CBS / Turner. Also on TNT. Can you guess what network that's on? No, it's TNT. Spoilers. 89th Annual Academy Awards, ABC. The 74th Annual Golden Globe Awards, NBC. The 71st Annual Tony Awards, CBS. Your outstanding...
Wow.
All right. Sometimes my brain moves too fast for my wonderful accent. Your outstanding special class show / special. The 89th Annual Academy Awards, ABC. You are the most special. Yes, I see that. Outstanding special class show / special performance. Most special performances that you have nominated. And your nominees are Charles Barkley, NBA Playoffs, TNT. The 74th Annual Golden Globe Awards, NBC. Why was that nominated? I don't understand. Anyways, Ernie Johnson, NBA Playoffs, TNT. Shaquille O'Neal, NBA Playoffs, TNT. Jimmy Kimmel, the 89th Annual Academy Awards, ABC. The winner is, with the most special performance on special class show / special is Kimmel, the 89th Annual Academy Awards, ABC.
Wow, people really like the Academy Awards this year, which is shocking. Look,
I did not see the Academy Awards, so I do not give an actual fuck about it.
So I don't think Mike has any further thoughts on this matter. I'll just say this, okay? We talked about this on nomination night, that you could have put a lot more here than just award shows and big sporting events. It's a very open category. That's why we keep it, because you can put a lot of things in it if you choose. You know, I thought Jimmy, but as far as these nominations go that we have here, I thought Jimmy Kimmel did a good job hosting the show, so I don't have an issue with him winning. So in terms of these nominees, I think he was probably the best choice. And look, he's having a good year for us. Look, he won early in the night for his show, and now he wins this. That's pretty good for him. Now, as far as special class show or special, rewarding the whole broadcast, I don't know if I would do that, but I don't know what I would pick either. So I guess I don't really have a preference there. I don't really think anything was so outstanding in that grouping that anything stands out. So I guess I'm okay with this. Whatever. Mike, if you have any further thoughts, feel free to chime in. If not, you can move on to your next categories. Oh, wait. One more thing before I hate to cut you off. I'm sorry. It is 10:21 right now. 10:22 is the cutoff for the live voted awards. So within the next 60 seconds, actually less than that now, we will cut off. So make sure that you get yours. If you haven't got them in, you got like 30 seconds to get them in. And then that's it. And
all he's trying to say is, in short, get your shit in now.
It's 10:22. The cutoff. We're here. It's cut off. So no more votes will be allowed. They will now tabulate and decide the winners. Our awards committee. So I don't know how long they're gonna need. Probably about 10 minutes. But still, the live voted award voting has ended. So the live award voting has ended. So we will announce those winners within the next 20 minutes or so. So again, the live award voting has ended. So that is done. All right, Mike, you may go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yes, you should be very sorry about that. How offensive. Anyways, I really have nothing of value to add because let's be honest here. I did not see the annual Academy Awards. I had better things to do, like taking a giant poop and reading literally anything else. Like literally anything else. So I did not see it. So I cannot speak to its quality. Anyways, I am moving on from the outstanding special stuff to outstanding educational / children's show.
Yay.
And your nominees are Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Disney Channel; Girl Meets World, Disney Channel; Sesame Street, PBS / HBO. And your outstanding educational / children's show is Girl Meets World. The outstanding educational children's show host / personality / character is Rowan Blanchard, Girl Meets World, Disney Channel; Sabrina Carpenter, Disney Channel; Danielle Fishel, Disney Channel; Corey Fogelmanis, Girl Meets World, Disney Channel; Ben Savage, Girl Meets World, Disney Channel; Sesame Street, PBS / HBO. And your outstanding / educational / children's show host / personality / character is Rowan Blanchard, Girl Meets World, and Sabrina Carpenter, Girl Meets World.
Wow. All right. So again, we mentioned.
Well, just real quick. This is the last year you can vote for it, so y'all better come up with different educational / children's shows.
Which there's a lot of them.
Yes, there are a lot of them. And if you nominate Caillou, that would be an embarrassment against humanity. I would rather see Game of Thrones nominated for this category over Caillou. Thrones is more educational than that little bald-headed brat ever could be.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, come on, people. The Magic School Bus came back. And you know what else could have been nominated in this place? Bill Nye, the science guy. He had a Netflix show that was very well received, very well received. It was called Bill Nye Saves the World. It's like his old Bill Nye the Science Guy TV show, only it was on Netflix. It was very well received. And it was an educational show that will take the hint next year.
Yeah. Well, we know we're gonna have some freshness in this category because Girl Meets World won't be in there next year. So, based on the way the nominations were, once we got the nominations, I think we all knew where this was going. It's got the support. It's had the support since it started, especially in its last season. That was going to motivate people even more. So, no surprise to see Girl Meets World win. And we've seen. I think Corey Fogelmanis is one. We've seen Will Friedle win. I kind of figured that Rowan and Sabrina were both going to win here because they're both the co-leads and it made the most sense and people are going to support both of them. So I wasn't too shocked by any of this. But anyway, no surprises there. Let's move on. We move on to the game show categories now, which I have. So I will start here with Outstanding Game Show Host or Personality. The nominees are Wayne Brady, Let's Make a Deal, CBS. Steve Harvey, Family Feud, syndicated. Alex Trebek, Jeopardy, syndicated. And your Outstanding Game Show Host or Personality is Alex Trebek, Jeopardy, syndicated. And the nominees for Outstanding Game Show: Jeopardy, syndicated. Let's Make a Deal, CBS. Wheel of Fortune, syndicated. And your Outstanding Game Show: Jeopardy, syndicated. So Jeopardy sweeps both categories. Again, we're not surprised. The only thing that would have, I knew it was Trebek or Harvey for host. Harvey, I think, won last year, So no shock there. And Wheel of Fortune being here is kind of random. I think it's only been here once or twice before. It's always kind of random when it shows up. Every once in a while, people remember Wheel of Fortune's there and they kind of put it in. But anyway, Jeopardy winning is never a bad thing. So, Mike, your thoughts?
Well, consistently, Jeopardy is the best game show on television. So it is not surprising when it wins. Because Jeopardy is fantastic. And occasionally, if Will Ferrell is hosting SNL, we'll get Celebrity Jeopardy, and that's the best.
That's the best. Indeed. All right. So now we start building more towards some of the bigger awards again. We're out of these kind of, I call them the miscellaneous categories. We now jump to Outstanding Cable Series. The nominees are...
With feeling, Brian, with feeling.
Okay, okay, all right. The nominees are Doctor Who, BBC. Game of Thrones, HBO. The Walking Dead, AMC.
Less monotone.
Shut up. And your winner for Outstanding Cable Series is Doctor Who, BBC. Well, I'm just going to say this. Game of Thrones would have been ineligible anyway. So, yeah. But Doctor Who had the best year. They had the best material. The right winner. Mike, your thoughts?
A dramatic improvement, however. Too monotone. You need intonation. Your voice needs to fluctuate. Your voice needs to build to the dramatic moment, Brian. You can do it.
Yes, I'm sure.
Faith in you. There is minor. Faith in you.
Okay, all right.
Doctor Who. Absolutely the best choice. Absolutely. Magnificent, marvelous season for Doctor Who. It's wonderful finale, and by George, I am looking forward to that Christmas special this year. Featuring 12 in 1. That is going to be marvelous.
All right. Now, one more for me before we just throw it back to Mike. The nominees for Outstanding Network Series.
That's very good. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. The nominees
I'm impressed.
are Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC. The Big Bang Theory, CBS. This Is Us, NBC. And your outstanding network series is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC.
I don't know why you're pulling back on the network. We all know it's ABC.
Oh, stop.
I literally read it. About 45 and a half times earlier.
All right, let me just really quickly. The Big Bang Theory makes its first appearance tonight, and it didn't win. Again, I think it's kind of had its moment. This really came down to S.H.I.E.L.D. versus This Is Us, and given it's our awards, no surprise that S.H.I.E.L.D. wins. It's got the fandom, it's got the popularity. So the two shows that dominated the dramedy categories win their respective channel categories. Network and cable went to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Doctor Who respectively. So there you go. Mike, your thoughts before you move on to your next category.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. winning. What a surprise.
Yeah, right.
Let's move on. Yes. Outstanding new show actor / actress / performer. These are Millie Bobby Brown, Things, Netflix. Foy, The Crown, Netflix. Catherine Langford, Reasons Why, Netflix. Chrissy Metz, This Is Us, NBC. Dylan Minnette, Reasons Why, Netflix. Outstanding new show actor / actress / performer is Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things. Your outstanding new show. Or did you want?
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. You're good.
God, you forgot, didn't you? It's okay.
I did forget. I forgot another one. Yeah, that's okay. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I take
stepping on my toes.
Go ahead.
News of great traumatic reading. Actually, at this point, this is just hammy. But anyways. Outstanding new show. And your nominees are Stranger Things, Netflix. On Netflix. 13 Reasons Why. This Is Us. Westworld. And your outstanding new show is Stranger Things, Netflix.
This really, both these categories was essentially set up to be Stranger Things versus This Is 13 Reasons Why. I thought This Is Us, again, you know, it skews older, and when we get to our awards with our audience, we skew a little younger, so I didn't think this is, and even though This Is Us has a lot of younger fans, there seem to be more passionate about 13 Reasons Why and Stranger Things, and the only thing that would keep 13 Reasons Why from winning is a little bit more of the controversial nature, which I think it probably did hurt a little bit. So no surprise to see Stranger Things do very, very well here. Millie Bobby Brown's a star. Really, her only competition was Catherine Langford. So yeah, not surprising at all how this panned out. Mike, any other thoughts?
I am not familiar with really any of these shows, so I cannot really say, actually. So I know Stranger Things is popular, so I imagine Stranger Things would win. There it is. There's my expert analyses, if you will.
All right.
But agrees with that wonderful sound.
Yes. All right, so next up is Outstanding Ensemble, which I have. So the nominees for Outstanding Ensemble, keep in mind there's a lot of actors. We're not going to read them all, okay? We don't have the time. So Just be aware of that. All right, so your nominees for Outstanding Ensemble or Cast are Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC, Clark Gregg, Ming-Na Wen, Chloe Bennett, Ian DeCostricker, etc. Game of Thrones, HBO, which again is ineligible, but I'll read it anyway. Peter Dinklage, Lena Headey, Emilia Clarke, and others. Modern Family, ABC, Ed O'Neill, Sofia Vergara, Julie Bowen, Ty Burrell, etc. Stranger Things, Netflix, Winona Ryder, David Harbour, Finn Wolfhard, Millie Bobby Brown, and others. The Walking Dead, AMC, Andrew Lincoln, Chandler Riggs, Norman Reedus, Lauren Cohen, and others. 13 Reasons Why, Netflix, Dylan Minnette, Catherine Langford, Christian Navarro, and others. And your winner for Outstanding Ensemble or Cast is Stranger Things, Netflix. So it's been a big night for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's been a big night for Doctor Who. It's been a big night for Stranger Things, which again I think is a setup for next week's Emmys. You know, it could have went to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It could have went to Stranger Things. It could have went to 13 Reasons Why. Those are the three I thought one of the three would win. So I'm not really shocked by everyone shocked by either one of them. But Stranger Things does seem to have the momentum. So no shock there. It's a very good cast, very young cast for the most part, but very good cast. And I think this is deserved. So I don't have an issue with it. Mike, your thoughts? Do we lose Mike?
No, you did not. No, you did
Okay.
not. Can't you see I was busy, damn it? Busy!
All right. Sorry. I was throwing
Yes.
you on Outstanding Ensemble. I wanted to see if you...
I imagine Stranger Things a Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. one, didn't it?
It was Stranger Things.
Yes, I predicted correctly. I am not surprised.
No.
I'm not disappointed. I just haven't seen it.
All right. Let's move on to one more category for me before I throw back to you. Outstanding Breakthrough Performance, or what we like to call the Claire Danes Award.
Yes. The Claire Danes Award for Claire Danes' outstanding breakthrough performance in that hit show Homeland.
Yes.
Claire Danes never had a hit show before that.
Yes.
Never had a career before that. She really broke through with that one.
Yes.
Wink.
Yes. That boy, if she never got that part, I don't know what she would have done. Anyway.
It's very
Anyway, Outstanding Breakthrough Performance. The nominees are Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things, Netflix. Catherine Langford, 13 Reasons Why, Netflix. Dylan Minnette, 13 Reasons Why, Netflix. So your Outstanding Breakthrough Performance by an actor from a Netflix show, because it's all Netflix. But anyway, your Outstanding Breakthrough Performance by an actor is Catherine Langford, 13 Reasons Why, Netflix. So it's not Stranger Things, okay? Now Millie Bobby Brown's won a couple times. Dylan's good. Dylan's been on done a couple other things. He was a guest star in S.H.I.E.L.D. for a couple episodes. He did a couple movies, but you know, Catherine's 13 Reasons Why was on Catherine's shoulders. She did a phenomenal job. You never know, I mean, how people will judge a show. If controversial nature tends to affect how people view the show as a whole rather than the performances. So, you know, you've seen the performance of Catherine Langford honored a couple times tonight already. This could have easily went to her or Millie Bobby Brown, or it could have been a tie. Millie's won a couple times. Now Catherine's won a couple times. So I think it's deserved. I think you couldn't go wrong either way with Catherine or Millie. You couldn't go wrong with a tie here. So I think this was a good choice. So good job there. Mike, if you have any further thoughts, you can bring them up. Otherwise, you can move on to your next category.
You want me to go to Outstanding Cable Network now?
Let me see. Let's make sure we're on the right track here. Hang on a second. All right, wait a second. You might have a point. Because I want to see. Yes, are we good with the live voted yet? Let's see.
Yes.
No, we're
not. You sent me live vote.
Well, I sent you the one. I sent.
Voted towards. Damn it.
You well, wait a minute, because you got the ones that were done. We're still waiting on 2 of them apparently. So.
Oh my.
So yeah. So all right. So what we're gonna do? Well, me and Mike both have awards. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna present my award right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're gonna build up. We're gonna build up to yours because yours is usually bigger and more profound than mine anyway. So.
Yes. Ironically.
Yes, it kind of fits the nature of what's going on tonight. So, but anyway, I'll do my award right now, and then we'll see where we're at with the live voted. If not, we'll just do the cable and broadcast, and then we will, we'll go into the live vote and all that stuff. All right. So, for those that are not aware, you may not be. Most of you, I'd hazard a guess, are. I do this for the Film Awards. I also do this for the TV Awards. I present my Standing Ovation Award every time we do an award show. And my Standing Ovation Award, just in brief, is my attempt to give recognition to an actor, actress, director, producer, show. In the case of the Film Awards, it could be a film that it's under-recognized, doesn't get the credit deserved, doesn't get the attention it deserved. Now, I used to have a rule for this. You could be nominated. Maybe if you're nominated like once or twice or something, but if you're nominated more than that, I didn't usually recognize you. You could be nominated, but you couldn't have won. I've since relaxed that because it's incredibly limiting. So you could have won something, maybe you won once, maybe you won twice, but it has to be an actor, actress, producer, director, film, show, whatever, that just doesn't get its due. Okay, maybe that person or show, whatever, has been nominated once or twice. Maybe they never won. Maybe they won only once and they deserve to win more. That kind of thing. Okay. Now, I had a very hard time this year because normally things, throughout the year, something comes up. I read an article. I hear something, a story or something, or I watch something, I'm reminded of an actor, I'm reminded of an actress or a show or something. I'm like, okay, that's the thing I'm going to know. I can only do one thing usually, or one person per award show. Normally it comes to me relatively easy and I don't have to put any effort into it. And then sometimes it doesn't. And it's rare that that's the case. And this time around it was the case. I really had to kind of think things through and look back at things and reflect on things to decide on what I wanted to recognize with this year. And a week ago, I still didn't have an idea. And then I happened to catch a commercial. And this is ironic because the show I'm about to mention is up for a live award tonight on our show for underappreciation, and it is underappreciated. Even though one of its actresses is typically nominated on our show, and she's been nominated before for the show, and she's a well-recognized actress. The show itself and the other actors, and even her, don't really get awarded enough or get recognized as much as they should. This show has been, again, it's nominated for a live award tonight. It's always been underappreciated. You tune in, it's a classic show, a classically themed show. It feels like something pulled out of the 90s to around a laugh track. It's got a very good cast. I don't think anybody thought it would last as long as it has. It's entering its last season. And one of the reasons why I'm bringing this up now instead of at next season after its final season has concluded is because I think I encourage people to give it a chance and start watching the show, watch reruns, rerun all over the place. And it's in its last season, so I encourage people to try to watch its last season. It's got a charm about it. And it's always been kind of overshadowed by the other shows in its lineup. For the longest time, it's been overshadowed by Modern Family. It came on the scene around the same time as Modern Family. Modern Family got all the attention they didn't. And it's been a consistent performer for ABC. It's, no matter where they moved it, no matter what they did with it, it's always done well. And it's one of those shows that if you talk to people, they'll say, "Oh yeah, I've watched that from time to time." It's not a show that gets a lot of notoriety, but it's a very solid show. It's something that you sit down to watch, and it's harmless and it entertains you, and it's so much of a reflection of so many people in a lot of ways, and it represents. It's very relatable. And the show I'm recognizing with my Standing Ovation Award this year is The Middle. Which is funny because I think Mike mentioned this in terms of the comedy categories, why it never gets nominated. It deserves to. It's a true comedy. It's funny. It's entertaining. All the cast members are good. They're endearing. They're fun. It's just a fun show. You watch it and it entertains you, but at the same time, it teaches you in some ways. So I give my Standing Ovation Award this year to a show that's about to enter its final season, The Middle. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's entering its last season. I expect some good things from it. So make sure that you tune in to The Middle. And The Middle is the recipient of my Standing Ovation Award this year at the TV Awards. So there you go. Mike, are you surprised?
The only reason I'm surprised is that you didn't give it to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, because that's underappreciated.
But, it's very much so, apparently. But, fantastic show. It is very, very under-recognized, underappreciated. They like putting it in a 1-2 punch with, what's that show that's set in the 80s?
Oh, Goldbergs.
The Goldbergs, yes, which is also a very funny show that is very underrepresented and very, very unrecognized. Strangely enough, those two shows are very good, and they've always been together. And bad, it's too bad that these two shows have been unrecognized and underappreciated for so long, since they are very funny shows. But then again, a lot of comedies on ABC's comedy block seem to be underappreciated, underrepresented. Because let's face it, when was the last time Modern Family was actually funny?
Yeah.
Don't you? Yes, you do. But however, shows like The Middle and show of the 80s, The Goldbergs, and Speechless are consistently funny. But I do believe it is a very good choice.
All right. So, with that out of the way, I have been told they're still waiting on one to be finished. So we're going to go on and do cable and broadcast network, and then they should be ready to go. So, Mike, you have those two, so just go ahead and do those.
As you wish. Outstanding Cable Network. Your nominees are CFX. And your outstanding cable network is AMC. Outstanding Broadcast Network, your nominees are ABC, CBS. Outstanding Broadcast Network is ABC.
So the broadcast category is a weird category because I don't think any one network had such an outstanding year that you kind of go, oh, that's the network. They all had their positives. They all had their negatives. I think CBS is heading into a downturn a little bit. But you know, I figured it'd be NBC or ABC that won, so it wouldn't surprise me away. So, all right. Cable networks surprised me because I think FX had somewhat of a comeback year. I thought AMC had a bad year. I mean, there's nothing different about AMC versus last year. Other than supposedly Fear the Walking Dead got better. But really, there was nothing out of the ordinary about AMC this year. And really, HBO. So I guess it's the same kind of thing as the broadcast network. None of them had a really big year except for FX, so I thought I kind of had a turnaround year. So I guess I would have given it to FX, but Mike, any thoughts?
Ouch. Do I have thoughts? Do I have thoughts indeed? I actually have no thoughts about cable network. And I believe the broadcast network that I watch the most ends up being CBS. Although I am disappointed that we get the same ones every year in cable network, especially when we have wonderful networks such as BBC America, Discovery, just different options. Right. Even Comedy Central can get a sniff once in a while. Well, and as for broadcast networks, why does nobody include PBS, damn it?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well,
they don't just have educational shows, they also have wonderful mysteries and dramas. I mean it.
No,
and comedies.
I'm not doubting you. You're fine. That's fine. That's a good choice. I don't know why it doesn't get more nominations, especially when they had Downton Abbey.
They had.
You think
they have Sherlock. Sherlock's actually current. Damn it.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying. Like, you would think that at some point people would have thought of PBS, but wait, hey, you know, I just lost my train of thought. Wow. No, Comedy Central has been nominated before.
Yes, it has. Just not recently.
So, yeah. All right. So I am told that the live voted awards are ready to go. The last one has been finished. So, Mike, you have the first four. Now you have the choice of whether you can wait to announce your award and just do the live voted awards first, or you can do your award and then do the live votes. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you completely. You decide how you want to play this.
Yes. I would do the live voted awards first. Okay. I feel like that is what must be done.
Okay.
Because I have them in front of me and I don't want to lose them. That is precisely the reason why. All right, so okay. Let us start with TV Decision of the Year. Your nominees are ABC brings back American Idol. ABC. Fox moves Gotham to Thursdays. TV Decision. Yeah. Okay. I don't know about that being the best, but
yeah,
I believe if this category was called a TV Decision of the Year, that would be one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about best, but you know what? Who am I to question your judgment? Yes. I've only been doing it all night. Anyways, Fox moves Gotham to Thursdays. That seems like a very Fox News. Fox moves anyway.
Yeah.
ABC renews Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
ABC. Best TV Decision of the Year is certainly not Fox moves Gotham to Thursdays. Oh, Lord. Not that.
Oh, my God.
The best TV Decision of the Year, according to our viewers, our listeners, our wonderful people. ABC. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
All right, really quickly, because that's what we do. We're going to go out through my thoughts out here. Mike is 100% right. Fox moving anything is just... first of all, number one, it's never a good thing. It's never a good thing. I don't care what anybody says, because they always F that up. But, you know, they don't put a lot of thought into it. But anyway, I don't see how that's a good thing. I mean, look, Gotham's in its fourth season. If Fox don't have anything else, I don't think it's going to really do too much there. But I think people really struggled with this category this year because it wasn't something that was such a slam dunk kind of thing. ABC made the right call renewing Shield, but I never thought it was in doubt. Every year we go through this, I never think it's in doubt. So I don't really know if that's such a big deal, okay? And bringing back American Idol, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a good decision because they could use another hit. But if it doesn't work out, it could end up being a very expensive, bad decision. So, I mean, this is a tough category for me. I guess it's okay, but whatever. Mike, go ahead.
All right. Anyways, let us go with Most Improved Show of the Year. Your nominees are Fox, Fear of the Walking Dead, Arrow, CW. And your Most Improved Show of the Year is Arrow, CW.
Right decision. I thought it would.
Brian, you should pick up that phone right there. Pick up that phone right near you. Pick up that phone. Because I fucking called it.
Yes. Well, look, I did too. I thought they would win. It's the right call. I don't care. Look, I haven't seen Fear the Walking Dead, but if you look at here's the thing with Arrow. If you look at where Arrow was, okay, in season 2, and then see what the last half of season 3 and the entirety of season 4 was, and then you watch season 5, you understand why it's the most improved show. Okay, it's night and day.
As we routinely say on this show, never watch Arrow season 4 with all of that Olicity bullshit. Arrow season 4 is the it is diarrhea. Some of the worst superhero programming that you could find.
Yes.
And that is impressive because Arrow season 4 might just be worse than that live action Captain America they did.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah.
Sadly,
it was bad. It was really bad.
I'm thinking through this, and I think you might be right. But yeah.
Marvel's old shame was much better than Arrow season 4.
Yes. I can agree. I can kind of agree with that. Yeah.
Hey, remember David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, remember how shit that was? Yeah,
forget.
Better than Arrow season 4.
Yes.
Remember that show Lone Star? Remember from Fox?
Oh.
Bad that show was?
Better than Arrow season 4.
Nobody saw that show, so nobody knows.
We can assume, though.
But if we never have another Olicity reference again, just survive to become one of the greatest superhero shows of all. Right now, it's almost there. It's almost there, but no more Olicity, and we're there. We're like literally there. The point still stands. Nobody saw Lone Star, so
right. But it's the right decision. I know people say Fear the Walking Dead's improved, but I think given where Arrow was and where it fell, to have it come up the way it did in season 5, it deserves this. And Gotham's on this list every year, and I don't. It was a better season, but Arrow's the right decision. All right, Mike, go.
All right, so let us go with the most underappreciated show / actor / actress of the year. Your nominees are. With Trevor Noah, The Good Place. So the most underappreciated show / actor / actress of the year. Middle.
Well, that's ironic, given.
Yes, they took some time, and they decided the middle of the ride. Hey, everything will be just fine.
Oh, geez.
Everything will be just fine. That song is so good.
let me just say this. As soon as I saw the nominees tonight for the Live Vote Awards, I saw the middle on there. I'm like, well, there goes my thunder for the Standing Ovation Award. Because, I was like, well, geez, I picked that. It shows up. And now it wins. So, look, it's a deserving winner. I didn't, the Good Place was all right. I don't think it's not my cup of tea, but I can understand why it's on here. A lot of people feel like it never got its due. Daily Show with Trevor Noah being on here is actually a good choice. Mike's been mentioning it. That's a good choice. It would have been cool if that would have won, but I can't go wrong with the middle here. So, All right, Mike.
Yes, all right. Best TV moment of the year. Your nominees are Introduction of the Framework, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Ghost Rider debuts, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and the First Doctor face off. Ooh. And your best TV moment of the year. The First Doctor and the 12th Doctor face off. Doctor Who. I'm taking a drink.
Well, I'm not surprised about the two Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. things being here, because there were big fandom moments. I was pleasantly surprised to see Doctor Who in here, and granted I don't watch the show regularly, but I did watch that scene after Mike had mentioned it, and after I'd read about it, and it was a really, really good scene. And I think I watched like the last 20 minutes of that episode, and that's because I saw some content I had to for something I'm looking at, and
Brian, I showed it to you. I was there. I showed you the moment. I played it to you on my cell phone.
Okay, you played me the clip, but I'm saying that after I had seen the clip from you, I also watched additional content too, going back from earlier in the episode. But nonetheless, okay, it was a very good scene, very well done, and a significant moment in a show that's had a lot of significant moments. So a very, very, very good choice, and we'll see what they do. With this Christmas special, there could be another big moment here. So, and given what they're going to be doing with the new Doctor and everything, we'll see what kind of thing what they do next year. It should be interesting. So, all right. Now I got the rest of the live voted awards, the final four here. So I will start off first with miniseries, the two miniseries limited series awards. The nominees for best miniseries or limited series performance: Felicity Huffman, American Crime; Ewan McGregor, Fargo; Jessica Lange, Feud. And the winner for best miniseries limited series performance is Felicity Huffman, American Crime. And your nominees for best miniseries or limited series: Big Little Lies, Fargo, Feud. And the winner for best miniseries or limited series is Fargo. As soon as I announced these categories, I figured Fargo would be nominated. I figured Fargo would win. I thought Ewan McGregor would win for Fargo in the performance category. I shouldn't be too surprised if Felicity Huffman wins. She's an excellent actress. She's probably the reason why some people tune into American Crime. Of course, Jessica Lange is always good in anything she does, and she's a very popular name, so you never could rule her out either. But it doesn't surprise me to see these two choices. I don't know if Mike's going to have any thoughts, because he probably doesn't have much interest here. But Mike, do you have any thoughts on either one of these categories?
Nope.
Okay. Now we go to the final two live voted awards: streaming network and streaming show. The nominees for best streaming network are Amazon, Netflix, the WWE Network. And your best streaming network is Netflix. And now the nominees for best streaming show: House of Cards, Netflix. Stranger Things, Netflix. Transparent, Amazon. And your best streaming show is Stranger Things, Netflix. Well, I think, again, it's not a shock. Netflix, given out the amount of shows that are popular on there now, and all the movies and such. And then, of course, streaming show was probably a slam dunk. Stranger Things is the big thing now, so no shocks there. So no surprises in any of my categories, I don't believe. So, Mike, any thoughts before we move on?
Netflix won, no way. I'm so surprised, though. Oh my. The jimmies are rustled.
Of course.
Of course.
You definitely had the more dramatic. You definitely had the better categories for the live vote awards. You had more to work with, but whatever.
I had 4. You had 2.
I had 4. I had 4. I just combined them because they were both similar. So I had 4.
Yeah, see, all right, I understand. But it felt like less or more. Well, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Anyway, those are your live voted awards. Thank you to all those that participated to decide the nominees and, of course, the winners. Now, Mike will present.
Mike will present what?
Okay. Your award. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just.
Oh, okay. Here it's time for the main event, so to speak. And this award, of course, for the TV show awards. Of course, my award is the Miz Award. And of course, this award is named after professional wrestler Mike the Miz Mizanin and his excellent work that he did during his 2010 run. Of course, he is ever relevant now. Intercontinental Championship reign, yes. This award, named after the work Mike the Miz Mizanin has done. The nominees are shows that I enjoyed the most during the 2016-2017 viewing season. Read you my nominees and, of course, the winner. For the Miz Award 2017 are Doctor Who, PBS/BBC, ABC, Broadchurch, BBC America, Training Day, CBS, Weapon, Fox, Dragon Ball Super / Toonami, the WWE Festival of Friendship, Monday Night Raw, February. What a moment. What a moment. And Error. Bill Nye Saves the World. Netflix.
Charlie.
Discovery. Brian's House. Bull. And Arrow. Lots of nominees. So I believe the Miz Award 2017 to a tie. And Lethal Weapon.
Oh.
Yes. There was a swerve there. I never give it to just one. But Lethal Weapon has been an underrepresented show. And it had a fabulous first season. Very interesting, very intriguing. And I'm disappointed it wasn't nominated more, especially Andromeda. But of course, much was said about Doctor Who's marvelous season. And Sherlock, I enjoyed it highly. That not many other people who watched it did, but I enjoyed it. There you go. These are my winners for the Miz Award 2017.
Well done. Well done. Now, you might notice something. Those of you that participated in this process, submitted a ballot, helped to decide the nominees. One of the things that we do, we do the genre categories, okay? And obviously, comedy, drama, dramedy, and you have your actors, actresses all win for those, respective categories. And, we didn't always do this with TV, but we started doing, I think, last year, where we do what we do with the Film Awards, which is outside the genre categories, you have the overall outstanding actor, overall outstanding actress, supporting actor, supporting actress. And, normally what you see is you got the 10, it ends up being like the 10, probably most supported in our awards. You see repeat nominees. You see people from the drama categories, dramedy categories, comedy categories, all in the same category. Those that were in lead earlier, end up in the lead category. Those who are in supporting end up in the supporting category. So it's almost like a combination of all the genres into one. But some people get left out. Now tonight, you've heard all these awards presented. We only have one award left technically, but we had these 4 and they were on the ballot. Let me explain to you something that throughout the process, there was an issue. This didn't happen with the nominations. This happened with the winners. Somehow, people decided to write in additional nominees while we were deciding the winners. All right? So when they went to put their stuff on their ballot, instead of ranking it, they put some of the old nominees, okay, from the other categories, like certain people that were not nominated in the original lead actor category. Maybe like a comedy actor like Anthony Anderson might not have been nominated, but they were put in there. That's just one example. They were put in there, because people felt like maybe they should have been in there. And I guess you're allowed to. We never stipulated a rule that you can't do that and you can't write in a winner, even though we already have the nominee. We never stipulated that. But and the reason why, because we never thought we had to, because normally you just submit from the nominees that are there that were already decided. But you have a right to, and look, if somebody writes one name in, it doesn't usually factor into things, because you have to have enough other people to support that person or people to get that, make an impact. Well, it appears that there were a number of people throughout the process, and I got some feedback on this over the last 2 weeks, that thought that they thought we should do this for the Film Awards too. Instead of doing a separate vote for the overall categories for the lead actor, lead actress, supporting actress, they thought that we should just take the votes that are already there for the genre categories and use those to decide who gets nominated, or just basically say that everybody that was nominated in the acting categories throughout the awards is nominated for lead actor, lead actress, supporting actress. That way it doesn't get repetitive, and we don't have to repeat everything and all that kind of stuff. It saves time, and it's more efficient. It's better. So I heard that throughout the process, and then seeing as people were putting in, write-ins for some of the comedy actors that got left off or whatever, I decided that we would take the votes that were submitted for those categories, because they almost, and folks, they basically mirrored the votes that we got earlier in the night for the genre categories. Okay, so I get what people are saying. It's good feedback that we might as well just use the votes from all the genre categories to help to decide who wins, and then not have to read through 10 more the same 10 names we've heard earlier in the night. It's just pointless. So from now on, that's how we're going to do it. That's a change that we're going to make on the fly here, because the voting's pretty much the same. The same support's there no matter what. So from now on, we do the genre categories. Anybody that's nominated in the genre categories is immediately nominated for outstanding lead actor, lead actress, supporting actress, because it's always repetitive. That way we don't have to read through the nominees again, and we can just tell you All right, here's the outstanding lead actor. Here's the outstanding lead actress. Here's the supporting actor. Here's the supporting actress. I figured that was the best way to go. A number of you said that was the best way to go. So that's what we're going to do. So right now I know that this is, you know, we're not going to read the nominees again. So throughout the night tonight, you've heard of these acting performances for outstanding lead actor, whether it's in a comedy, drama, or dramedy, lead actress in a comedy, drama, dramedy, supporting actor in a comedy, drama, or dramedy, or supporting actress in a comedy, drama, or dramedy. You've heard these nominees throughout the night tonight. And now we're going to give you, and I'm going to text Mike 2 names that he can read off just so he doesn't feel like I left them out. Because I'm not going to use my email again. So that way, you know, that's just the best way to do it, because we did this kind of on the fly. And I thought that's what the fans wanted us to do. So that's why we did it. So that's why we're going to, you know. So I know that's just very, like, weird to do it this way, but that's just the way people pushed me in that direction. A number of you did that. So kudos to you. You know, I thought it was a good change to make, and I know doing it on the fly is kind of annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. So I thought it was worthy of doing it, so that's why we're going to do it this way. So, all right, so I will text Mike. I will text you 2 choices. You can just read off the actors with the most support, and then I'll do the 2. So you're going to get the lead. I'm going to get the supporting. So I'll do the supporting first. And again, we're not reading all the nominees. Basically, if you heard these people, you heard these nominees already, okay? So it's anybody from any of the supporting categories and anybody from the lead categories, okay? So here we go. Your choice for outstanding supporting actress, overall supporting actress this year is... Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down to make sure that this is done. Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things, Netflix, is your outstanding supporting actress. And your outstanding supporting actor, again, I'm getting these on the fly right now, so just bear with me here, because they weren't on the original thing. We had to make that change. Your outstanding supporting actor is... Let's pull this in. Why isn't it scrolling up? My computer's frozen, so bear with me here, folks. I know this is super annoying, but... And okay. All right. Your outstanding supporting actor is Ian DeCostrecker, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC. And one more thing to point out before I let Mike do the 2, and I'm texting it to you like now. I'm just waiting for him to come in. I'm not meaning to stall. One thing to remember, it's not just the category. It's not just that we count their votes from supporting. We count all their votes. So if they were nominated in breakthrough actor or actress or new actor, actress, all that votes go together. Okay, that's what we're going to do from now on, because, again, the fan support's the same no matter what. So you bring all the voting together and you combine it, and then it brings it to the overall categories. I thought that makes the most sense, because that helps to distinguish. It also helps to prevent ties. I would really rather not have ties in these overall categories if we can avoid it. And the best way to do that is to include everything. So, you know, the lead categories, supporting categories, ensemble, anything acting. If people are nominated multiple times, all the votes go together, and we're going to do that from now on instead of having separate categories and a separate vote. I just think it's the best way to. So what we did was, you know, somebody like for example, Ian DeCostrecker was nominated in supporting actor in a dramedy, but he also had a nomination for outstanding ensemble too. Okay, we took all the votes into account from both categories for him, and that's how we helped to decide winners. And of course, you all voted in a separate outstanding supporting actor category too. Back when we thought we were going to do it separate, we included those votes too. So every vote was counted from each category, but also from the fact we're going to do separate overall categories. So I know this is complicated, but that's just the way we chose to do it, and that's where all you wanted me to do it, was to combine everything, take the votes that you all had for the overall categories, that that were separated. We had the separate votes for lead actor, supporting actor, and then take the genre awards and everything else and combine it. So we combined every single vote from every single category applicable and added them all together. And that's how we got these winners. So that's how we did it. So, that's how we chose to do it. So, there you go. If you have any questions, you can ask me. But that's just the way we chose it. I think so far from the reactions most of you get. So, Mike, you have lead actor and lead actress. I just text them to you. So, whenever you're ready, you can just read them off. I know that's kind of annoying, but.
All right. Your lead actress this year is Katherine Langford. 13 Reasons Why. 13 Reasons Why. Netflix. She's your In the Spotlight TV Award Actress of the Year. In the Spotlight TV Actor of the Year, Lead Actor of the Year is Doctor Who, BBC America / BBC One.
Okay, so again, you all know the way it worked. We took all the lead actor categories, all the lead actress categories, supporting actor, supporting actress. Okay, we took those categories, all right? And then obviously we on the ballot had separate categories for lead actor, lead actress, overall lead actor, supporting actress. We took the votes from those categories, combined them with the genre leads, genre supporting, and then of course your nominated ensemble, breakthrough actor, actress, new actor, actress. We combined that too, so we combined all the voting. So most of you seem like you get it. I feel like I need to point that out, but some of you seem like you're still a little confused. Again, I'll explain it to you. I know it sounds confusing, but it was the best way to do it. And I'm going to be honest with you. If we had done it the way we were intended to do it, like we had on the ballot, we probably would have had multiple ties, because the voting ends up repeating itself. So if we combine everything together, and this year, because we were planning on doing them separately, we took those votes into account and counted them in there too. That helped too. So we had 4 categories, no ties. So that helped. So I think that's the way we're going to do it. We're going to do it with the film awards like this too, except we'll do it a little bit better. We'll be a little bit more organized, but we won't be doing it on the fly. So lead actor, Peter Capaldi, Doctor Who, BBC, Katherine Langford, 13 Reasons Why, Netflix's lead actress. Ayn DeCostrucker, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC, supporting actor, and Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things, Netflix, supporting actress. Okay, so with all that being said, we got one more award for the night, and that's TV Program of the Year. Okay, and this is an award we're going to change next year too. We're going to do the same thing. We couldn't do it with this one because it's a little too complicated. But what we just did with the overall acting awards, we're going to do that with the TV program next year too. If you're nominated in multiple categories, we're just going to take all the votes into account and not do a separate vote, because it just ends up, again, it's just repetitive in the voting. So, but we didn't do that with this one because it was just too complicated to mess with that. So it was too close to vote. So we didn't want to mess with that. So anyway, with that being said, TV Program of the Year. The nominees are Doctor Who, BBC. Game of Thrones, ineligible, but anyway, HBO. House of Cards, Netflix. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC. Modern Family, ABC. Stranger Things, Netflix. The Walking Dead, AMC. 13 Reasons Why, Netflix. This Is Us, NBC. Westworld, HBO. And the winner for TV Program of the Year is a tie. Your first winner is Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC. Your second winner, Stranger Things, Netflix. And your third winner, Doctor Who, BBC. A three-way tie for TV Program of the Year. We've had two-way, but a three-way tie. On a night we didn't have that many ties. We had a couple. Not as many as we usually do. A three-way tie for TV Program of the Year. And look, they always among the biggest support, had the biggest supports pools of the night. Stranger Things is the big show right now. Again, I think it's going to win the Emmy. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had a great year. Some say his best year. Doctor Who is the last year for Peter Capaldi, and we've seen that show kind of building itself up within our awards over the last couple of years. A three-way tie for TV Program of the Year. Doctor Who, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Stranger Things, and what was the closest vote we've ever had in the TV awards for any category in the TV awards. It was the closest vote this year. We had here for TV Program of the Year. Closest vote ever for the TV award for any category was this TV Program of the Year category. And this is exactly why I think that doing it the way we did it for the overall acting categories, changing on the fly and doing what we did is going to be better in the long run for the film awards and TV, because I think we're going to eliminate more ties. We couldn't do it with this one because it was just too close. We didn't want to manipulate it. But the overall acting categories, by combining everything, end up not being close, and they were never going to be close races anyway. I mean, I know we had a couple ties in the genre categories, but we felt more comfortable combining those. This one we didn't, and look what happened—a three-way tie. And look, they're all three deserving shows. So, but a three-way tie, unprecedented. So, Mike, your thoughts on this three-way tie?
Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm not surprised that one won. I know a lot of people liked this season, but I did not. I was not a fan of the LMD portion of the season. I do like Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider was really good. I cannot speak to Stranger Things, did not see it. Who had easily the best season of Peter Capaldi's magnificent run. And he goes out in marvelous, magnificent fashion with the First Doctor in a brilliant Christmas special. And Pearl Mackie. Pearl Mackie's going to be there too, because Pearl Mackie, companion, along with Matt Lucas. What a season. What a season of Doctor Who.
Yeah. So, again, I probably should have said that at the top of the show that we were going to make a change on the fly. So this was a night of a lot of announcements. We had the Game of Thrones ineligibility, and then again we decided to change within 2 weeks. And again, the only reason why we did it because you guys and girls out there gave us good feedback, and you already were submitting some of the comedy actors for some of those, because the comedy actors were, I think, the only ones pretty much right out of the overall acting categories. A number of you were already putting them in as write-ins. So we might as well just include them. And then we figured, let's just combine all the acting categories together, count the votes, and then those votes that were submitted in lead actor, supporting actors, let's just combine them with all the other votes. And that's what we did. And from now on, we're not going to do separate. We'll just, take the votes into consideration for all the applicable acting categories. So all the lead actor genre categories, all lead actress, and then ensemble, we'll take it all into account, all the support, and then that will help to decide who wins those overall acting categories. We'll do that for the film awards. So I think that's a better way of doing it. It's less repetitive. It cuts some of the time off the show. It's less reading off things, and I think it builds more drama. I think it helps. And we'll do that for the film of the year and for a TV program of the year too. We'll do that from now on. I think that helps because, again, the voting just gets repetitive. it ends up being the same support no matter what. So you might as well just do it that way, and it helps avoid ties, I think. So, but yeah, I know that kind of ruined some of the drama there, and I know by doing it the way we did, it was kind of confusing, but it was the best case scenario, and changing on the flies, that's what happened. So I apologize for how muddled that got at the end there, but you know, look what happened. 3-way tie for the TV program here. That's what we're hoping to avoid. We got to get rid of some of these ties. We have way too many ties on the show. So, all right. So that's it. 7th annual TV Awards, excuse me, is done. Thank you again to all those that participated in some way, shape, or form, whether you were, whether you helped to decide the nominees, to decide the winners, both. Obviously, most of you did both. But you dropped out midway through, which none of you did. Help to decide the live award nominees, or help to decide the live award winners. To our awards committee, for all their hard work, and to anybody involved, thank you very, very much for another great run here with this. It went great. And even though we made some changes on the fly, I think there were changes for the better. We're going to make more changes. We're going to improve this, especially the TV Awards. It needs some help. It needs some fine tuning. We'll be doing that over the next year or so. So, you know, but thank you to all those involved and that participated. It's really appreciated, and it makes it work. So thank you for that. And we look forward to having a great film awards season come January. So, all right, so that's it. We got through the TV awards. That is it for the show. But before we get into my spiel, I know it's late, but I want to briefly mention this because I might forget to do this on Tuesday. Just a quick sports note here. The sports world lost, and more importantly, the New York Yankees lost a very prominent name today, Gene Stick Michael, who died at the age of 79. I believe it was a heart attack. For those of you that don't know Gene Michael, first of all, he was a scout, a player, a general manager for the Yankees. I think he's one of the only people that did that. A great general manager, and his claim to fame was that he was the person, the architect behind the 90s Yankees dynasty. He drafted Derek Jeter. He was responsible for making sure that Bernie Williams wasn't traded. He kept George Steinbrenner from doing that. He brought in Paul O'Neill. He pretty much put those teams together. He was one of the best talent evaluators you will ever see in any sport. He's one of the few remaining talent evaluators. He was one of the few talent evaluators left that still did things just by looking at a player. You know, it wasn't about stats for him. It was about looking at a player and saying that I have, getting a feel for that player and saying he's a good character guy. He's a good guy. He's got a good swing. It wasn't just about numbers with him. And he was the guy before Moneyball, before all that stuff, that really believed heavily in grinding out at bats and on base percentage and that kind of thing. So he was a pioneer. He was again, in my opinion, one of the best talent evaluators you'll ever see. I've known people that have met him. He was a brilliant baseball man, a brilliant mind, a heck of a baseball player, and a heck of a general manager and a talent evaluator, and a great man. He did a lot for charities. He will be tremendously missed. He was a guiding force, and if you're a Yankee fan, you will miss him. And just a baseball fan, you will miss him. A sports fan, you will miss him, because he was just a brilliant, brilliant mind. So Gene Stick Michael, rest in peace, and to his family, friends, moms, and the New York Yankees family, our condolences and thoughts and prayers on that loss. It was a very, very shocking loss, and it was it's a hard one. So I wanted to note that here. And one more thing too, as I said at the top of the show, to all those in the path of Hurricane Irma, our prayers and thoughts are with you. Please stay safe. We'll pray for the best outcome possible under the circumstances. And to those that have been impacted by either Hurricane Harvey or Irma in some way, shape, or form, our thoughts and prayers are with you during this time. It's been a very horrible time, and if you can help in any way, whether it's for volunteering or donating, please do. Very, very important if you can. So if you can, please do that. All right. So with that all being said, the show is over. Does not mean you have to stop interacting, contributing to the show. Continue to have your voice heard. Send us your reactions or feedback, comments on things we said on the show, things we said on the awards tonight. questions about the show and the scheduling of the show, topic ideas or breaking news items related to sports, entertainment, wrestling you want us to cover. Any of these things you can do by email, Facebook, and Twitter. You can email us at itspotlight411@gmail.com. You can also follow us and tweet us at itspotlight411. Please remember to use the hashtag itspotlight411 for anything people got on our show. And, of course, you can find us on Facebook. Just make sure, just search for In the Spotlight 411 on Facebook, and then once you're on our page or once you find our page, make sure that you like it. We encourage you to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the latest information about the show, especially when it comes to scheduling. Obviously, last-minute postponements or delays can happen. If we know about something in advance, obviously we'll tell you. But something last minute happens, the only way to let you know is by Facebook and Twitter. To make sure that you follow us, so that you have access to that information. And of course, we also post random things on Facebook and Twitter as well. So to have access to all that, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Search for In the Spotlight 411, and then make sure that you follow us so you can have access to all of that and so much more. You have two ways in which to keep up with the show and look back at classic episodes. You can either stream us anytime on Google Plus and YouTube. Just search for In the Spotlight 411. Again, search for In the Spotlight 411 on both those sites. And when you do, you'll be taken to our show pages on both sites. We will have access to every episode we've ever produced for Google Plus and YouTube. That's every episode from mid-October 2015 all the way up into tonight's TV awards. They're all available for you to stream anytime you want on Google Plus and YouTube. Just feel free to do that anytime you want. You can also check us out on our main host sites, Podbean and iTunes. Just search for In the Spotlight 411 on both those sites. You can search for In the Spotlight 411 on both those sites. And once you do, you'll be taken to our show pages on both those sites. And on those show pages, you'll have access to every episode we've ever produced in the 7 years we've been doing this show. That's everything from our original Blog Talk Radio run from October 2010 to January 2011. Everything from our Talk Show run from January 2011 all the way up until mid-October 2015. And, of course, all of our Google Plus and YouTube episodes from mid-October 2015 all the way up until tonight's current TV Awards episode. They're all available, all transferred to audio format for your convenience. All those episodes available for you in order from the most recent date to the oldest. Available for you anytime you want on Podbean and iTunes. So feel free to check those out. Maybe miss an episode, miss a part of an episode. You're a longtime fan, wants to check out an episode from 4 or 5 years ago, or a new fan wants to check out an episode like that for the first time. Just to keep up with current episodes, whatever the case may be, you can do all that on Podbean and iTunes. So Google Plus, YouTube, Podbean, iTunes. Always keep up with the show and look back at classic episodes. Just look for search for In the Spotlight 411 on all those sites. You can search for In the Spotlight 411 on all those sites, and you will be able to check us out on any of those sites and do all that and so much more, again, on Google Plus, YouTube, Podbean, and iTunes. I want to thank Mike for being here tonight. Thank you, Mike.
It is time for bed.
Thank myself for another great show, Parents on Back, and thank all of you for continued support and contributions to the show. Thank you so much for watching. To those that will be watching, listening to this later, thank you to you as well. Again, to all those involved in the TV awards in some form, thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, sorry about the confusion and for making some of the changes on the fly. I know that got confusing in a couple of spots, but hey, this was a transitional TV awards, I think, because we had some kinks in it this year, and they showed, and we'll make it better for next year. Stuff like that's bound to happen. It's surprising it hasn't happened before, to be honest. And we'll see if we can nip these ties in the bud. And some of the changes to be made on the fly, I think, are going to be for the better. We're going to be better for it. So, and again, we'll make further changes for next year. The film awards, I think, come off smoothly all the time, but the TV awards sometimes. So, but some of these changes will be affecting the film awards too, and you'll see that. So, and I think it'll be for the better, to be honest. So, yeah, so with that being said, again, thank you to all of you that participated. It was a good show. It was a good TV award season. That's it for this week. That's it for tonight. The NFL kickoff is still on. Patriots and Chiefs are tied. So that's actually been more of a game than I thought it would be, shockingly enough. So check that out on NBC if you're interested. Again, next week is going to be a big week for the show. We're going to make some announcements. I'm going to address the future of the football show, The Gridiron Grind. We have 2 shows next week. Our summer box office wrap-up next Thursday, along with the usual box office beat and all that good stuff. Our entertainment show next week. We'll be in a normal schedule next week. Entertainment Thursday, sports wrestling Tuesday. Of course, Tuesday, we'll talk about all the big sports headlines. We'll talk wrestling, all that good stuff. And then Thursday, again, entertainment, box office beat, summer box office wrap-up, all that on Thursday. And again, we'll make some announcements and address some things. And it's going to be a big show. It's going to be a hard show in a way, because there's some things that it's going to be difficult. But nonetheless, we'll get into it, and what we're going to do is going to be really helpful, I think. So, and it's going to be kind of interesting for me. So, but we'll talk more about that next week. So until next week, I hope you all have a great rest of your night, a great weekend, a great start to your week next week. Stay safe. And we'll see you back here this coming Tuesday, September the 12th at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, broadcasting and streaming live here on YouTube. Until then, have a good night, everybody.